Hello everyone, welcome to Story Bite. Today I am going to tell you a story of a piece of wood that turned into a real little boy. The name of the story is Pinocchio. So here we go. Once upon a time there was a poor old carpenter whose name was Geppetto. He made a wooden puppet. It would be so nice if it were a real little boy of my own, thought Geppetto. And that night, the good fairy heard him and fulfilled his wish. The puppet began to talk and it began to walk. Geppetto became so happy. He was shocked and surprised too. He named him Pinocchio. Hello, Pinocchio. The very next morning, he sent him to school like a real boy. But Pinocchio was a naughty little puppet. He did not want to go to school. He went to see the fair. He wanted to see the puppet show. And there at the puppet show, he jumped upon the stage and began to sing and dance. The puppet master, he became very angry. He was offended by his behavior. He threw him off the stage and shouted at him, "Don't you ever come back!" Pinocchio became very sad. He went towards the woods and there he met the good fairy. The fairy asked Pinocchio, "Why didn't you go to school?" Pinocchio told a lie. He said, "I had gone to school." The moment he told that lie, his nose began to grow. It grew longer and longer and longer. Pinocchio became very panicked. He began to cry and he told the truth to the fairy. And that moment, fairy made his nose back to normal. Now Pinocchio said, "I want to be a real little boy. Please help me out." The fairy said, yes, I can make you a real boy. But for that, you have to be a good boy. Good boys do as they are told. They go to school regularly and they never tell lies. Pinocchio became happy. He said, yes, I will become a good boy. And he ran all the way back to home. At home, Geppetto was not there. He looked for Geppetto here and there. He walked and walked and walked for many days looking for Geppetto but couldn't find him. Then one day, near the seashore, he met the puppet master. Puppet master was so angry at him that he threw him into the sea. And in that sea, there was a huge fish. And that fish swallowed Pinocchio. And Pinocchio was now inside the fish. But there, he found Geppetto too. Geppetto was also inside this fish. And he wanted to save him. So he used his mind. He had one idea. He lit fire inside the fish. And due to the smoke, the fish sneezed. And again, achoo! And then there was the biggest sneeze. Achoo! And both of them, both Pinocchio and Geppetto, they were out into the sea. Pinocchio helped Geppetto to swim across the sea and finally they reached the shore. Pinocchio took great care of Geppetto. And when Geppetto was fine, he even went to school. Now, after a few days, Good Fairy visited Pinocchio. Good Fairy was very happy. She said, "Pinocchio, you are a good little puppet. You saved Geppetto, took great care of him. You even went to school as I told you. Wow! Now it's my turn to fulfill the promise." And gilly gilly choo, gilly gilly choo, gilly gilly choo. Oh my God! Pinocchio became a real little boy. He was so happy he rushed to Geppetto. Hey Geppetto, Geppetto, look at me. I'm a real boy now. Wow. Geppetto became so happy that with tears in his eyes, he said, "Oh, at last I have a boy of my own. Thank you so much, good fairy." So, that's the story of a wooden puppet who turned into a real little boy. And all this became possible only when Pinocchio became a good boy. He stopped lying. So, always remember one thing. Every time you tell a lie, your nose will grow like Pinocchio's. So, we should never ever lie. Always remember that. So that's the story for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, then please like, share, and subscribe to Story Bite. And I will see you soon with more stories. Till then, bye bye.